Hello and welcome to the Rusty's Racing Network. This is the inaugural broadcast of this new channel. I am your host Rusty, and I want to go over a couple of things regarding many things. I'm going to wait until later on in this broadcast to talk about the most recent events in NASCAR. First, I'm going to dive right into talking about my upcoming stop motion series that will be beginning soon. I might or might not make it be like one of those sign up ones like I see all the time here on YouTube, but for now I'm just thinking of having it be like where it's just not like a sign up series. I'm just going to have it run as it will be. Just note that for the first few broadcasts, I might not have like a ticker or any of those like special things that some of the other channels do, like some of the ones that inspired me to start this. And whether you might agree with me or not, I am considering myself part of the next generation of NASCAR YouTubers, even though I'm probably like one of the older ones. Bear with me, I'm only like 18. And there's the last one. I think that I have it custom in here. And I just want to go over a few, like, some of the things about it. First off, as you can tell by some of these cars, I am going with the 2005 Cup season, mostly because that was the year the Charger came back and it was the final year of the Taurus. And it's also one of my favorite years for many reasons. So I'm just going to go over like some of my favorite diecasts I made for this. And just so you know, some of these were made on not actual like NASCAR diecasts, so please try to refrain from hating on me in the comments section. So here we go. One of the first up cars I have is the 00 Aaron's Dream Machine, driven by Kenny Wallace and a few other drivers. This will be one of Kenny's multiple rides in it. I went with the gold Aaron's paint scheme because I thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, on to one of the next cars I have Mike Bliss, the Zero car. I went with Best Buy. I originally did this instead of the actual paint scheme because I thought it was just all blue with a little bit of yellow, so bear with me. Another car I have is the 04 Bobby Hamilton car. I had it be Square D. I didn't have it be Bailey's as the sponsor. This is one of those cars that isn't made on an actual diecast, so bear with me. Next one up is the 07 DirecTV car. I went with this instead of Jack Daniels because I like the look of the old DirecTV cars. It will, for the exhibition races I'm having before the actual series, it might be driven by Dave Blaney at first and then possibly Clint Boyer, but I don't know yet. I'll get there when I get there. Next one I have is the Phoenix Racing 09. Now, I went with a Chevy because I wanted to go with a Chevy. I didn't have a Dodge I can make it on. And the reason I have most of these cars as customs is because I don't have the actual diecasts of the cars. So bear with me on this, like I've said multiple times. You're probably getting tired of it, but trust me. Another one is, for all you Wisconsinites out there that were Scott Wimmer fans, like you over on Instagram, WimmerFan33. I have Scott Wimmer's Caterpillar Dodge. Now, this is on a Hot Wheels Charger. I wanted to go with the closest thing I could get to an actual like paint scheme, so I just used my 2007 Blaney Camry as the base pretty much for it. Here it is. I know it's not like the right color yellow, and I only went with cat on the sides, but trust me, it's going to be interesting. Next one is another Kenny Wallace car I have, the Stacker 2 car, also made on a Hot Wheels Charger. I went with this paint scheme initially because this was one of my favorite paint schemes that Kenny Wallace ran. It's also going to be driven by Mike Skinner and Johnny Benson and possibly another driver, but that'll get announced later on in a different video. Another car I have, this is one of the multiple fantasy cars I have. It's the number 14 car, driven by John Andretti. I went with this paint scheme because Nesquik was the sponsor of the team Andretti drove for when Jeff Green drove for them in the Xfinity Series back in the early 2000s. I went with Camping World because that was his sponsor on the car in the Busch Series the following year. Up next I have Kyle Petty's car. I tried to go with like a Petty font for the sides, but it didn't turn out well. But I think I did okay. I got Eric McClure, I got Travis Quaffle, Ricky Craven, and Bobby Hamilton Jr. Another one of my fantasies. This is one of my cars that I'm going to be working on soon. It's the 34 car I'm making out of a Casey Kane car. I feel like this will turn out great when it's done. These are going to be cars for like when I make a little older races. This will become like Carl Long's car. This one, I'm not sure what I'll turn it into. I might make it Jerry Nadeau's car, and this might become Jeff Green's 30 car. I don't know yet. I also am going to be making some truck series customs. Like this will become Jordan Anderson's number 3 truck. And this one, because of how much popularity it's gotten on one of the polls I made on Twitter, this will become Parker Kligerman's 75 truck. And I know you, Eric 101 or Eric Kepling or whatever your name is here on YouTube, I'm gonna make you, and just for you, a Mikey truck. And I might get some hate for this, I might not, I don't know yet. I'm gonna make it with a Ron Hornaday truck. It's gonna be the 55 Napa/Aaron's truck. So I know you're gonna be looking forward to seeing this baby run in my truck series soon. Anyway, that's most of my customs I've made. And I'm filming this on my phone because I don't have like some of the other equipment that many other of you YouTubers have out there. I'm just going to go with a quick little tour of my room. This is a poster I made like last year with John Andretti, Earnhardt's poster I got a few years ago. You can see some hero cards I have and a Furniture Row Racing thing I made. Another poster, some posters. That stocking is one that I've just had hung up for a while. This is a homemade drawing of Dale Jarrett I made before I made them like higher quality ones. Chester Motor Speedway before I make it even better. I got some Nerf guns. Alan Kolicki poster that was originally my dad's. Alabama Gang and 4 Generations of Petty. That's got some Stuart Friesen stuff in it, by the way. I haven't found a place to put it yet. And the Davey Allison poster. Oh man, I gotta clean my room. And then in my closet, I have some die casts in it. Like I have a couple Bobby Labonte die casts, Terry Labonte and Bobby Hamilton, my 1/24ths. This is autographed, by the way. And a Randy LaJoy hero card from the 90s that was also my dad's. This right here is Scrabbletown Speedway. It's one of the tracks I'll be using. I'll be revealing it later on in another video. So yeah, that's just it for now, but I might make another video later, or I'll go on live on Instagram if y'all have any more questions for me. Anyway, this is the Rusty's Racing Network signing off until next time. And remember, if it's rubbing, it's racing.